Hey random people, RandomAttack here with another video talking about Gwent and also some gameplay. So in this one I'm gonna show you the deck I use to play ladder with. Now this is probably not the best deck out there, but it's been performing very well for me. So I'm gonna go through the deck and explain how the cards interact with each other and why they're good in the current state of the game. So I think the 3 package is what I should start with. So these are the Blue Stripe Scout, the Blue Stripes Commandos, and the Timerian Infantrymen. Now they are very good because they provide with a lot of thinning and a lot of tempo in the first round, so you usually want to have at least 2 Blue Stripe Scouts, and well, ideally you want to have 3, but if you have 2 you're okay, and you also have a Scout for that consistency, so, sorry, a River Scout that is. So River Scouts pull a different bronze ally from your deck, right? So they can pull another scout. So if you have 1 scout in play, you play this, you pull another scout. But there's more to it, because when you play them, they buff everything in your deck. Oh, excuse me. You boost everything in your deck and in your hand and on the board, just anywhere it is. If it's not in the graveyard, it boosts it. That has the same strength, and obviously has a Temerian unit tag. So boost the commandos and boost the infantrymen. Now, they pull out a unit out of your deck, so that's 1 thinning and a lot of points. Well, the infantryman, when you play 1, pulls all the other ones, so having 1 of those in your opening hand is great, because you can just play that and pulls 2 out of the deck. It's a lot of tempo when they're buffed with a Blue Stripe Scouts, and it also provides 2 deck thinning. We're playing the 2 Redanian Elites, because they work very well with our heavy cavalry. And that's it. That's the bronzes. Yeah, they work very well together because you get the thinning and you get your power finishers. Usually in round 2 and round 3 you can assemble maybe 2 elites and 2 cavalries, and then you're in a pretty good spot, because together they're 23 points. I don't need to tell you why they're good. So let's move on to the silvers. So obviously we're playing Prince Tennis. He's a crazy card. It provides you with 10 armor and 1 deck thinning. Again, this can sometimes be helpful if you've already played all of your thinning cards. You never want to play this while you have Blue Stripe Scouts or Infantrymen in your deck. Of course, sometimes you want to play it if you have all 3 Infantrymen in your deck and you kind of want to get the power, but it's still a chance to draw something bad. So you usually want to draw out all of your commandos before you play Stennis. So Stennis is kind of like a round 2 play to get some tempo, and then you can rest him in round 3 with Shani. So I don't think I need to explain anymore. He's the best silver right now, probably in the game, but definitely not in realms. The next silvers I play are Death Mode, because he provides that option of Clear Skies, which is very good right now. And Clear Skies on a stick, which is what people call this, means that it's clear skies on the body, so it's never a 0-point play, it's always a 3-point play. Worst case scenario, you zap something for 7, and so 10-point silver, you think that's not very good, but giving you the option of clear skies, and also 7 kills a lot of stuff that matter. Now we're playing Margarita, and that's a weird pick because we are playing Radovid, and Radovid provides us with 2 locks, but sometimes units get too big, they get too boosted, you can't kill them, and she's great against that. She's great against locking something with a great effect, or just locking something that's very boosted, so you reset it. Or sometimes you even play on a card that you've played because they've, let's say, frosted your heavy cavalry and it went down to 1 health, you reset it and you get it back to 8, and maybe that's the way you win the game. It has happened. Now we're playing Hailstorm because it's... Okay, never mind, that's not the best card, that's not the best silver in the game. This is the best silver in the game. And yeah, it's a lot of power in 1 card, there's no way you don't play it. Now a card that works very well with Hailstorm is a Spy, and Tower is probably the worst of the spies, but because he's 11 points, you definitely can run him and you can get some good consistency out of him. I've even found myself playing this in round 3 just because of having the Hailstorm, and this deck tends so well that I usually have the Hailstorm. So playing this on their biggest row means I always get the last say. Well, usually get the last say because I've played my spy. And also Hailstorm puts it down to 5, so it's technically a 5 cost card that draws you a card and gives you the last say, which is very, very powerful. We're playing Reinforcements because sometimes you break your hand, or sometimes you don't have Stennis when you really want to. But I have actually found myself using Reinforcements a lot on a River Scout, because using Reinforcements on a River Scout means you pull another Blue Stripe Scout out of your deck, so that's 2 thinning, and the Blue Stripe Scout usually pulls another Blue Stripes Commando out of your deck, so that's 3 thinning in one card, which is very, very powerful. It also provides you with a lot of tempo, just because that's actually a powerful play when you have a few in play. Even if you have one in play and you play this, you pull out a Scout, you pull out a River Scout, you pull out a Blue Stripe Scout, that pulls out a Commando. It's pretty decent. Now moving to the golds, I feel like there are a few staples in Northern Realms you have to play. So the first one is Dijkstra. If you want to have a high-end deck, I mean, you can play any golds, they don't really matter that much. They're really good to have, but golds right now with great deployabilities are the it of the game, right? So Dijkstra is probably the most powerful, or maybe one of the most powerful ones. Now he's a bit RNG, but because of the thinning in this deck, you can usually say play him when you have 2 or 3 cards in your deck, and that's very powerful because you consistently get to the end of your deck, especially with Dijkstra and the tempo that this deck has. Shani, again, a great card, played on Stennis. Stennis gets 10 armor, you can take the 10 armor out of the recovery, and that's 18 points in 1 bronze, right? That's ridiculous. But you can also use her on other cards. I've used Shani on elites, I've used Shani on a scout. She's just a great card. She in herself is a 5 body, which is not impressive, but considering you're giving 5 armor to the thing you're rezzing, and the thing you're rezzing probably has a crazy deploy effect like Stennis, then that makes her ridiculous. So moving on to Kirametz, now she is usually used for the Thunderbolt potion. Oh, sorry for that sound. But she's usually used for the Thunderbolt potion, and again, she's a Thunderbolt potion on a stick, so it's 6 points and a Thunderbolt potion. Thunderbolt gives you armor, which you can use to get the heavy cavalry buffed up even more. You can reapply armor to these guys, which means if you take their armor away, they boost themselves by 5 again. But I've used Epidemic a few times, and sometimes it's just good. Sometimes they have low power plays that, I mean, it doesn't happen that often. Sometimes you can just Epidemic herself. But if the opponent has 3 6 strength units, you play this, you play Epidemic, basically you get 12 points out of a gold. It's not horrible. Esco is probably one of the staples right now in the game. If you want to play a control-y type gameplay, then he's a great card. And I have found him better than some of the other cards that Northern Realms has. Now I don't play more than 2 tactic cards, so John Natalis is kinda bad. Usually I want to play him with Commander's Horn and Reinforcement, sometimes Decoy as well. Philippa is kinda meh, just because a lot of armor out there, and you can usually benefit from that armor yourself. And the other golds are just not that great, well, at least the ones I have, right? But this deck is very, very good. Let's go into some gameplay and see how we do.
Nothing like a dwarf.
Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, movement.
To the dungeon with him.
Well, I presume movement. Could be dwarves. There's a small chance of it being dwarves. Anyways, I want my Esco. Got my Esco. That's good. I think we drop a blue stripes now. Drop another one. We hope we don't get an infantryman. Now, it's always a hard decision when you've dropped 2 cards and you have an infantryman in hand. So you have 2 in the deck. It's possible to draw another one. So I kind of don't want to drop anything else. But since we don't have anything else that can bring us armor except shiny, I'm really willing to drop a cavalry. Yeah, so that's better than the alternative. And even if we had one of those, winning the coin flip, and you can just dry pass here. I want to play a longish round.
Hold the lines.
Oh. I mean, Saskia is very good in every deck now. So maybe he just had Saskia and decided to put her in. But I've not seen that deck. It's probably homebrew. It's a very powerful card and means that you can pull out 2 bronzes you want, right? So your hand is always good if you have Saskia. Basically what it means. We're gonna start off with this. There's a chance he may pass. But if he does pass, we reinforcements a scout and we drop it on this guy, and that way we turn 3 cards of our deck that are bad. Whoa, that we don't want in the second round. Okay. Is that a dwarf? Probably a dwarf and agitator. Yep, there it is. Right, he seems to be smashing me so far. I definitely think we need to do this. And now, we can draw the Stannis, right? But Stannis has a lot of bad targets to pull.
But we're broke as shit.
So with this deck, you wanna...
Bloody non-humans.
You wanna technically use all of the cards that are muster effects, so the blue stripe scouts and the blue stripes different infantrymen. Huh. Sorry, yeah, and you want to use that before round 2. Sometimes you may use them in round 2, but it makes you mulligan bad. Now I'm thinking we could Esco this, right? But we could have better targets to Esco. Like that dwarf that buffs, that's 8 strength, I forgot the name of it. Marauders. So we can always lock this if he drops another one. So at this point we just drop an infantryman.
I don't want to die. For Temeria.
That pulls out our blue stripes, so now we have a better draw. And if we draw on scout from tower, then that's a low points.
Attack!
Yeah, so here we can always log them, right? So we can firstly zap one if we want to. Or we can just lock. I think we zap here, because he can't drop a buff. I'm gonna assume he's not playing weather. And I'm just gonna zap here.
Well then, let's get to work.
Now we could have logged them too, but because he's playing agitators, there's a chance he just plays another agitator here.
Move on, lads. Look alive.
Or that.
Wanna flip on my axe?
Now again, we can just kill that with Esco. And I think it's probably the best target we're gonna get. It seems like he's not running Marauders, he's just running a lot of resiliency. So we are just gonna Esco here, and we're gonna put it on the front row because there's a chance we may drop a done banana cavalry.
Sure, no problem.
So that creates a 50-point gap. We're on the same cards. Sorry, a 20-point gap, not a 50-point gap. So yeah, he passes, and now we can either play tower now, or we can play it next turn. I think we play it now because we want to drop the agitator.
Who takes an interest in cobblers? No one.
Ooh. Well, it's always Dijkstra, right? We know we're gonna draw Stannis at some point. Now the advantage of dropping tower next turn was that he had to play another card, but it's most likely he's gonna play a resilient unit, so it wasn't going to matter. Now please draw me Stannis or I'm gonna look really bad. Anyways, you always take Dijkstra over Stannis. Now we can dry pass or bleed him out. If we dry pass, we're always a card up. The thing is, he probably plays a resilient unit. But if he does, we can lock. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try and bleed him out. Actually, it doesn't matter because next round resilient units don't do a lot. So I think the best solution here is to pass, unfortunately. So he dry passes, gets around. Oh. Why would you ever play that this turn? Is there a reason? There's no reason, right? You could have just played that next turn. I mean, yeah, you show me that you have it. Now, we're gonna drop the scout, and there's the 33% chance we're gonna get something we really don't want. Oh my god, okay, this is a great hand. No, it was less than 30%. 25%. Again, that doesn't matter. Now, Shiny doesn't resist anything good, but she can resist dead mode. I think we'll just play this for now and show.
Long live the king!
Ever had your kneecaps broken? Know if anyone's got any hooch left.
He's just gonna line his units up for me to have a really good hailstorm. And it doesn't matter if he boosts them or not, because we can just Margarita. Now I think we're fine to play Stannis. Almost anything we draw, we're fine with it.
I am not afraid.
Yeah, I mean, that was always gonna happen, right? But at least he cannot copy it. It was always gonna happen. Doesn't matter.
Scoia'tael! Attack!
Oh, there's a Marauder.
Hi-ho! Hi-ho!
So we just lock this and this, I think, with Radovid. We're not gonna get better targets, and we already have another lock in hand.
Checkmate.
So lock these two. That guy doesn't buff anymore. Unless he unlocks it. There's a chance he unlocks it.
Elven blarney.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
How many Marauders has he played? Sorry, Agitators. 4. So he doesn't have another one. So I think we're perfectly fine to lock here. Again, there's a chance he may just have one in hand. There's a big chance, but this can always reset though. So unless he strengthens it, we're good with it. We play a cavalry in case we draw in case we decide to drop Shiny and resurrect a scout, so that our Dijkstra always draws us those two cards. I mean, it's fine to draw this. Oh, decoy.
Ever had your kneecaps broken?
Okay, that's good. It wasn't another Marauder. Probably drops on the back row.
Now we must stick
Yeah.
together.
Oh yeah, we can always reset that, so it's not a problem. He probably has Commander's Horn though. Again, that doesn't matter because we have the last save with the Marigolds. I think for now we just drop this because we want to delay, see what he got. It's probably a Commander's Horn though. If I bet on anything, it's gonna be a Commander's Horn.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while
Or
we
a
still can.
Blue Moon Potion. Oh, a rally. That's interesting.
Right! Come on! Who's first?
Not great. What else can Shiny res? Can res a Thunder. Well, dead mode. That doesn't kill anything important though. Well, it can kill this and then neglect some commander's horn value, right? Well, I don't think that's amazing. We're just gonna do this.
Nature stinks.
We're gonna do this and buff up our unit so we get more armor. And again, we're spraying the power, not enabling his Igni, if he does actually play Igni.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, that's good. Oh! Guy, I've been there. I've been there. It's a really nice looking premium. So, if he has Igni, he can't hit this row or this row. Question is, do we risk it? I feel like we just DJ on the back row.
Lots of prior experience. Worked with idiots my whole life.
No, I can't get this and this if I draw another one though, but it enables his Igni to hit for a lot. That's the scout. Just gonna put it on the front row because
Bloody non-humans.
I mean all our rows are enabled for and huge Igni, right?
Stick together.
Fine. You're not doing much there, mate. I don't want a shiny yet, so I think we're just gonna do this. I don't want a shiny in case he has a hailstorm.
I hope we can trust you.
So I know this mitigates our value, but it also kind of signals we don't have Marigold's hailstorm. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's game. We don't even have to show our shiny.
Not too shabby. Not.
GG.
Dead.
Ooh, monsters. Not seen earlier in a while.
Test my patience.
Such a nice premium as well. Okay, let's see what we got. That's actually a very good hand. I'm tempted to even just keep this. But I think I want the tower. I think maybe I want an infantryman. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, no, we keep this. So we have a really good power play. We have a lot of thinning. We have our spy. That's fine. It ignores armor though. So he's obviously playing Death Wish. The problem here is... that he may have better Death Wish targets. I may want to... As long as the second one survives. He may have better targets I may want to lock, so I'm gonna keep that. Maybe until he plays another thing and we can just rid of it.
Resistance is futile.
Wow. Alright. So we're just gonna play this while we have this gap.
so, you idiot.
Regroup.
Oh, unfortunate. It kind of disrupts a lot of our power, by the way. Like him just pinging units.
Elves must die.
Alright, that's fine. Wow. So we just double log those, right? And he loses so much power. We could also epidemic to kill those two. I mean, that's a consideration. No, I think the double lock's too powerful here to pass. I think that even may force him to pass. Now he could have another one of them and pull out another ship, but that means he has no ships for the third round where he kind of wants them. to get that extra power, because monsters just don't have enough power now. There's a frost. No, it's a shame that guy is a 5 because we could have just put the elite there. We are ahead. So he can pass on even cards. Sorry, one card down, or he may just play a card 2 in the next round. I think we just pass. Because now he can decide, right? Do I want to go into round 3, basically? Yeah, he wants to. Okay. So I'm a card up, and he's starting first, right? Or is me starting first? I'm not sure. I think it's him. What happens on the draw? I'm not sure. No, we don't want a tower, I think. I mean, yes, we have the hailstorm. Maybe we do. Actually, yeah, we do. I think we start off with a simple play and see what he's gonna do. Because we have the hailstorm, I'm yeah, that's fine. Oh, a Crones in hand as well. That's really good for us. Now we know that this round's gonna get long, so we could just play the rain, but we might want to keep it for a frost, right? For a cleric skies. So I think we just keep it. And we know he's gonna play on this row, so play the tower there.
Mean they've not forgotten
Oh,
me.
that's bad.
That's nice.
Don't like this. I really want to get infantryman out, so hopefully Dijkstra will get on.
I need to smoke.
That's fine. We just play a cavalry, delay him out a bit. And that way we don't give him a target for an Esco, maybe if he has one. Such a broken combo, man. 23 points in 2 cards, it's crazy. Yeah, there's the Crone. So I feel like we may just Dijkstra here.
See me smiling.
Now this has some bad draws. Like this.
Sure. Be glad to.
But I mean, it can draw us a River Scout, which can draw us an Elite. Probably the best play we have.
You one of us or not?
Long live the king!
Ah, there we go. That's better.
Come to Pappy.
That's more like it. Now we're back in business. Oh, shit. You realize you can take the armor of this guy, right? Maybe he doesn't. Now, anytime I play this, it's probably gonna be when he has 1 card left. He's only used 1 gold, so he may have Igni. There's a consideration to play this on the front row. It enables Igni, so if he Ignis,
I don't like
fine with
when
that.
people turn me down.
We just play this to give this more armor so we can take it. With a cavalry. That's a lot of points for us as well, that's 17 points.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah, no, I was never gonna take the armor of that guy. Now, there's a problem here, right? Because if we take the armor of this guy, this is ignoble. So I think we just Esco here. We're gonna Esco on this row because it doesn't really matter.
Sure, no problem.
So we kill this because it's not gonna rise next turn. There's no next round. There's no next round.
Any last words?
That's probably a frost, right? Come on, it must be a hound. We're just gonna clear skies that.
Well then, let's get to work.
Really now? That's actually good. He could be keeping Igni, right? So I still don't want to do this. But I think we just do that. Because whatever he does now, we're still 30 points ahead. Pretty much game. Yeah, GG.
I'm itching for that battle.
Oh wait, I should have passed, right? That was BM. That was BM. But he played very badly. Anyways, GG guy. GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, or sharing this video. This is gonna help me tremendously, you have no idea. And until next time, thanks for watching.